All right, so let's see if anybody is on right now. Hanging out here in the shed. Just got done doing a video. Haven't been live in God knows how long. So, just kind of seeing if anybody's on. Nobody hops on, then I'll hop off and everything. Uh, so, what's going on lately? Well, today is New Year's Eve. And uh, should be closing on the house on Monday, as long as nothing pops up in between now and then. Got all the paperwork last night for the final. They call it the final settlement for the mortgage. Not really sure on all the fancy terms and stuff like that, but hello, my friend. How are you, sir? Happy New Year's. Hope Mother Nature's kind to you down there since she's been a little bipolar. Uh, but you hopped off. And but yeah, so it should be closed on the house on Monday, and then we're actually going to got whooped yesterday. Nice. I mean, we haven't had any good storms up here in a while, so but I like the storms. I miss a good old thunderstorm. Always nice to sit there and just kind of watch out at it, as long as there's no tornadoes. Warsaw Patriot, how are you, sir? Happy New Year to you, and you're gonna have a New Year before we get here, because the way the world turns could be better. I feel you there, sir. Definitely feel you there. I hope things get better for you. Like I was saying, should get the house on Monday. We're going to. My wife's going to be moving all the little small stuff during the week, and then on Friday is when we're actually going to move all of our furniture and everything to actually get set up. Kids are going to go down to the grandparents. All right, bud, you have a good one. Go catch all them bad guys. But the kids are going to go down to the grandparents, so then that way they are not running under our feet and everything like that while we're moving all the furniture and everything. We don't have tons of furniture to move. Just never had a bunch of furniture, so we're going to rent a U-Haul and get everything going. Take a drink of my little tea here. Just did a video on using my UST stove to make some tea. Oh, okay. Calm down. Kingpin, what's up, man? Should be getting back I drink Black Raffle coffee. I do too. I just grab tea. I'm more of a tea drinker than a coffee drinker, depending on the situation. If I'm working, it is coffee. If it is just me kind of relaxing and stuff like that, I like to drink tea. And I just use the generic Great Value black tea with just with sugar in it and stuff. But with the house, I'm looking forward to it because I'm going to have that garage. It's going to be a 2-car attached garage, so I'll actually be able to have a area better to work in, as opposed to my tiny little messy shed that I have everything and anything in. So that'll be nice to have going on. Trash been rolling too. Day early, but I guess tomorrow, since it's New Year's Day, they want to get everything done. Let's see what other exciting stuff's going on. Not a whole lot else exciting going on. Just kind of living life and trying to stay out of trouble. That's for darn sure. Got chilly here in Indiana. It was running in the 60s the other day. Now it's down in the 30s. So we got my little Mr. Heater little buddy running out here in the shed, trying to Trying to keep me warm as I'm drinking this, drinking the tea. Um, yep, Indiana, Central Indiana. Been here. How's it going there? Yeah. Oh, on break. I had family who lived in Indianapolis. Yep. That's where I'm from. Is Indianapolis. Who's your Outback? You know, it's going. I appreciate you stopping by. It is beautiful, except for when it gets cold. Good morning, Bill. How are you, sir? Where I've got my cabin property that I'm going to end up getting rid of is down in southern Indiana. As long as you're not in downtown Indianapolis or east side Indianapolis, for the most part, yes, it is very peaceful. I live in the suburbs of Indianapolis, so it's not too bad where I'm at, luckily. Where's your cabin close to? It's down there in Bloomfield. Hey, Kentucky, how are you? Plain old Chuck. Just went through Indiana on the way to Iowa. Oh, there's all kinds of people on YouTube that live out there in Iowa. Just in time prepping. Will, Zach and Brenda are out there, and Kayla Strain's out there. I know of. About 30 minutes north of me. Yep. Yeah. Coffee Outdoors. I don't know if you know him. Who's your back? But he's a Southern Indiana guy also. Does a lot of trapping videos on here. Okay. I thought you had. But hey, Will, just talking about you. Your ears must have been burning. Plain old Chuck says that he's from over there by the code. Yeah, I think he is. But yeah, no. Plain old Chuck said he was driving to Iowa, and I said there's a whole bunch of people on YouTube here that live out there in Iowa, and you were one of the ones that I said. So I can't spark. You telling me, bud. Yeah, you just got to keep practicing all that stuff. A lot of times if you use... Hey, Hat Maker, how are you? Bill, a lot of times if you use... if you got the wet wood and stuff like that, you need to use like fat wood or something like that to basically get the very bottom of that fire dried out, the wood dried out before you can actually get anything. But going back to Warsaw, Bloomfield, Greene County, Green, Kentucky. That's for darn sure. That is for darn sure. But where I've got my cabin, my neighbor down there is the greatest guy. He watches it because he knows I live up here in Indy. He watches it anytime somebody's down there. He will call me because I've got a couple buddies who will go down there on the property, and he'll call or text me and like, hey, hey James, is it so and so is down here? Is that cool? Good morning, Inside. How are you? And I'll be like, yeah, everything's good. That's one of my buddies. So they're really nice, but they can be really, really redneck down there. That is for darn sure. All right, man. You have a good one. Warsaw, did you see the stuff over there in Iraq right now, where the embassy is under siege again because of the militias? Yeah, over there in Baghdad. Yeah, they because they bombed a bunch of those Iranian-backed militias. They responded by attacking the embassy. But luckily, we have a president who actually gives a rat's ass about us, about our people, and they evacuated the ambassador and the staff and stuff like that. So we're not going to have another Benghazi there. You actually have troops that will actually, are able to defend the stuff. So Hey, before I forget, I posted on it. Posted a video yesterday, and I posted in my community tab. Jerry's Woodshop and Outdoors is having a live stream on Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern with oh gosh, why did all of a sudden I forgot his name? Dave Pearson. He would really appreciate it if people could be there for that. I consider it a personal favor if you would go click in on that. This is a really, the guy's channel is 130,000 plus subscribers, and for small channels like all of ours, getting a big channel like that to get in on a live stream is very nice for them to do. I've never been able to make a real good bird's nest, Chuck. I'm always just a fat wood kind of guy. Although doing the flint and steel now, I need to practice more with actually making an actual bird's nest. I've got a video coming out, not this Friday, but next Friday, where I'm practicing with the flint and steel. Because this Friday I've got another one. I've got my char cloth 2.0 video where I actually make char cloth the regular way. Really Big Monkey, that's who it was. Okay, I could not think of his channel name all of a sudden. I think it's like Fun in the Woods is the other name for the channel. So Iraq doesn't want us out there, so they're acting up. Yeah. John, how are you, sir? This coastal trip is helping the Warsaw recently. Yeah, I would love to be able to do that kind of stuff. The videos that the pictures that you've been putting up on Instagram have been awesome. Luxembourg, how are you, Happy Lux? I don't think I've ever had anybody from Luxembourg on a live stream before. That is pretty cool. Had a lot of friends in the military that were, did the European tours and stuff like that. So that is a pretty cool thing to have. By the way, I'm thinking about. Typo. You have fun joining the CBs there, Warsaw. I am doing good. Just kind of hanging out here in my shed. Haven't done a live stream in forever, so I thought I would. I just got done doing a video on making some tea off my UST stove. That I'll have that coming out here in I know probably next week sometime. CBs are badass. Don't get me wrong. They're nuts. It goes back to the old John Wayne movie, Green Berets, where they bring in some CBs to do some work there and stuff. Later, Kentucky. You have a good one, man. Those guys, always badass. When I was in the Army, was that or HT? Nice. When I was in the Army, I was at Fort Bliss, and they have a lot of Navy stuff there, even though it's in the middle of the desert. And they had some CB units there, and they were pretty cool. Is that the one? My mentor. Feel like Jerry trying to scroll back through comments. He's always fun to watch when he's doing his live streams. So excuse me. So if anybody knows anything about the ventless propane wall things, anybody know anything about those? Because that's something I'm looking at putting in for the house. Because my house is all electric, I always worry about what happens if the power goes out and it's the middle of the winter time. The wall heater, like the white ones that will have the blue flame and that kind of stuff. I'm just wondering how good they are uh, as a radiant heat, as opposed to having to use the blower. Because, like I said, I'm always afraid with the power going out, I want to be able to have a backup heat source for the house. And where the way my house is going to be set up, I've got a nice little sitting area right up front that is kind of enclosed. So I'm thinking about putting it there because it's a smaller area and be able to have heat that area smaller. So I just kind of wondered if people had any experience with them and if they were worth the money and stuff like that. I'm gonna get when I have the plumber come over to do the repair work for the washer line at my new house. I'm gonna ask him about that's for sure. To see about how much it would cost to get the plumbing line ran for the propane tank outside to inside. I had some buddies who were engineers when I was in, and they had done some tours in Iraq, and they always thought it was fun that they would go and build something, then they turn around and have to blow it back up, and then they had to turn around and do it all over again. It looks good. I always have wood in case. Made in RM. What is RMH? I wish I could do a wood stove. I might, down the road, the way the house is set up, I could do it. I have no idea how much it would cost to get it done correctly, because that'd be the big rocket mask here. Okay, coffee refill. Yeah, my tea's all gone. By the way, the Marines may think the Navy is their taxis, but they're forgiveness is. Nice. Hey, everybody, everybody's a service member. We all talk plenty of crap to each other, but given when people start shooting at you, you don't care what particular branch you're in. You just care if they're going to start shooting back at the bad guys. So, there when I was in the Army, because I was a TRADOC unit, we would have lots of Marines that would come in and train with us, and then we'd also, even in the Army, we'd have other units. Like we would always, whenever we'd go out to the field, there was a combat MP unit that would always go train with us, because they were combat MPs, which is really glorified prison guards, because that's really all quote unquote combat MPs actually do, is guard the prisoners that the actual soldiers take and stuff. But yeah, so I'm gonna pop off here. Civilians can own. Okay, so where are you at? Where are you from? Illinois. Oh, God help you, my son. God help you. Okay. An M4 is nothing more than an AR-15 with a three round burst. My AR-15. Thanks, bud. Appreciate it. My AR-15 that I have is basically the exact same that anybody when I was in were carrying. Their Second Star. What's up, buddy? Would carry. I carried a 249, a SAW, which was an actual assault rifle, because it was an automatic. It was a squad automatic weapon. It was heavier than hell. I was the smallest guy in the squad, and I carried the biggest damn gun. I hated it. It's fun to shoot. suck to clean, suck to carry. But I know Illinois has really wonky, at least in my opinion, gun laws, and I don't know what they consider assault rifles over there and stuff like that. Oh. M4s didn't exist during that ban time. M4s weren't designed, weren't brought out till probably, I don't know, late 2000s. Not very early 2000s. So an M4 and an AR are the exact same thing. They really are. It's just different nomenclatures, whether you're using the military term or you're using the civilian term. Because all AR stands for is Armor Light. Armor Light rifle, and that was the original designer of the AR style rifle. AKs, love my AKs. I miss having a Wasser. Wasser 10 is going to be something I'm going to get again, just as money allows for it. But all an M4 has got over a civilian AR-15 is a 3-round burst, and a military person very, very rarely ever uses a 3-round burst because there's no point to it. You want to use a single round each time so you can actually aim. If you're doing spray and pray, that's it. Yeah, depending on the M16s, the originals M16A1s, they had semi, 3-round, and full auto. Get that loud, doesn't lock. That Davis S power is. You do definitely have a point. Shall not be infringed. But no, the original M16s that were back during the Vietnam and up until I don't know if they were still using them during the Desert Storm. They actually were fully automatic. They had the fun switch, and you could go fully auto with them. With mine, with the 249, it had semi-auto and full automatic, so I could do either or. And I carried a 200 round belt, and they said pop it off, just pull that trigger and just go. It was definitely fun. And then I carried my wrecker. I was a wrecker operator. Had a 50 cal mounted on it, so I had a fully automatic 5.56 and a fully automatic 50 cal. I could send a World of Hurt downrange real quick. But yeah, as I said, I was just hopping on here because I hadn't been live in a while. I appreciate everybody who's stopped by. Don't forget to check out Jerry's live stream on Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Killdeer, how are you? I appreciate it stopping in. And I will talk to you guys here on my next video.